If I talk real slowly, if I try real hard to make my point here, that you have my heart.
Grant us, O Lord, God, to be one heart and one soul, from this day forward, for better, for worse, for richer, for poorer, in sickness and in health, until death do us part.
Here I go. I'll tell you what you already know. If you
And I, by the authority of the Church, calling all those present here as witnesses, confirm and bless that band of marriage which you have just contracted. In the name of the Father, and of the Son, and of the Holy Spirit.
I'll make you a star in my universe. You'll never have to go to work. You'll spend every day shining your light my way.
You're so delicious, you're so soft, sweet on the tip of my tongue. You taste like sunlight and strawberry bubble gum. You bite my lip, you spike my blood.
Known Noel for a long time, and I was in a car with Noel and one of our friends, and I thought to myself, you know what? I just want to see how nice exactly Noel is. So me and my buddy and Noel, we were talking about superheroes. You guys know Noel, he loves Batman. So my friend, he would say that, oh yeah, Spider-Man's probably the greatest superhero of them all, right? And Noel would be like, no, Batman's the best superhero of them all. You know, he has all the gadgets, he's the strongest, blah blah blah. And me, sitting in the background, I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna put his niceness to the test. I told him, no, you know what, Noel? I think that Wonder Woman is the greatest superhero of them all.
You're a siren's howl. You make my heart beat faster. Oh, you own and rattle my bones. You turn me over and over till I can't control myself. Make me a liar, yeah, one big disaster. 'Cause you make my heart beat fast.
A lot of people know here that Noel volunteered for 1 year as a missionary with Gawad Kalinga. That's one of his passionate. To serve the poorest of the poor in our own country. And one of the things that I admire my son is he was born and raised in the U.S., but his heart belongs in the Philippines. If he could only make it and get a job with the same amount of salary, he will prefer to stay here.
This is cold. I guess the world is over till we own you own and rattle my bones. You turn me over and over till I can't control myself. Make me a liar, yeah, one big disaster. 'Cause you make my heart beat.
And I just kind of stood there for a second. I was like, let's see what he does with this one. And you know, Noel, never failing, he says, you know what, Fern, I think you're right. And I was like, what? No, I was just kidding, and I was just seeing how nice you were. And he would say, yeah, Wonder Woman, she's strong, she's courageous, and all of these other things. And I was like, you know what, Noel, you are the nicest guy that I know.
Many choose to be silent. Many prefer not to get involved. Many prefer not to get any word out of their mouth just so they can live life not to the fullest, but through the easiest way out.
Like an echo, you are deciphering me. For I am a mystery, I am a locked room in a tall
But for you, Noel and Kate, the time has come for you to live up to your baptismal promise. Through the sacrament of marriage that you are about to make as a vow on this day of your wedding, I urge you, with the help of the prayers of your parents, of your ninong and ninang, of your relatives and friends, and of all those who care for you, both living and dead, you know how precious that gift of faith is and how precious it will always be for both of you.
see everything clearly. My vision is blurred, but I know what I heard, echoing all around.
It has been implanted in your heart, not by human effort, but by the grace of God. And it is also by the same grace of God that we pray to you, Noel and Kate, that the time will come when you as a couple will live up to the challenges that comes with marriage life.
Gravity falling, calling us home. Oh, did you see the stars colliding, shining just to show we belong? We belong.
Noel and Kate, Batman and Catwoman, you will always be heroes as long as you live up to the faith, to the responsibilities of married life, to the responsibilities of family life. But don't ever let the laurel of your success get into your head, but rather let your heart be filled with a great assurance that your strength comes from the love and the mercy of God, who always accompanies you every step of your journey through life.
Can we feel the gravity falling, calling us home?
Just like in the car outside of my house.
Lighting, shining just to show we belong. Oh, can you feel the gravity falling, calling us home? Oh, did you see the stars colliding, shining just to show we belong? Oh, can you feel the gravity falling, calling us home? We belong. Oh, did you see the stars colliding?
Only a few of you know that for so long a time, the dream of my sister, Ate Aida, for Noel, is that he become a priest. And Noel knows that. When Noel introduced Kate during the wedding of John, I kept on asking Ate Aida, Ate, ano na? And you know what Ate Aida told me? Mababago pa yan.
You look so wonderful in your dress. I love your hair like that. The way it falls on the side of your neck, down your shoulders and back. We are surrounded by all of these lies, and people that talk too much. You got the kind of look in your eyes as if no one knows anything but us. Should this be the last thing I see, I want you to know it's enough for me. 'Cause all that you are is all that I'll ever need.
When,
So in love,
when Lolo got sick, I found out that Ate Kate is finally going home. So, first thing that I thought of, finally, I have a sister. It was hard. It really hard to grow up with just brothers, especially if they're just always teasing you around. So, like now, what they're doing, they're just laughing at me, diba? So, ang hirap kaya.
the voices surrounding us here, they just fade out when you take a breath. Just say the word and now we'll disappear into the wilderness. Should this be the last thing I see, I want you to know it's enough for me. 'Cause all that you are is all that I'll ever need. I'm so in love, so in love, so in love, so in love.
She was there. She was there to listen to me, to defend me when I needed to be defended. She was there. She always guided me ever since then. So somehow, it was a rough time in my life. At the time, she came home at the right time. That's how much I advocated. Like, I never really expressed it to you, but that's how much I love you.
Kaya nga, noong nalaman kong, tuloy na pala, I never had any inkling of frustration on the part of Ate Aida because I know deep in her heart, she believes that Noel is now being called to be a father, not on the altar, but at home. Noel, Kate, God bless you.
So in love, so in love, so in love, 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 so in love. You look so wonderful in your dress. I love your hair like that. And in the moment I knew you better.
Yes, I'm really proud of my son. I'm really proud of my son. He really preferred to stay here. And next is Jacksonville, not California. I'm sorry, California. Yeah. So, and when I said what, and Noel, he told me, Mom, I prayed about it. I'm sure about it. And then who am I to stop it when the answer came from the Lord?
Foreign places, names you still recall. You say it loud to yourself, why you just don't care. Say the things no one else will ever dare. So pardon me for asking, pardon me for thinking, pardon me for asking, pardon me for thinking. All of me is asking, all of me is thinking, all of me is asking, all of me is thinking. You say it loud when you mean it, not talk emotions, do what you don't do. Say it loud when you mean it, not talk emotions, I'm in all of you. Say it loud when you mean it, not talk emotions, do what you don't do. Say it loud when you mean it, not talk emotions.
Get it, you get the bouquet, you give it back to Kate, you sit down, all right? As easy as that. Come closer, girls, come closer. You gotta come closer. If you don't get it, you're gonna stay here. You're gonna play with the boys over there. So make sure you get it, all right? So you can sit down. You ready? Come closer, girls. You ready? All at the same time. All right, fire at will. 3, 2, 1, let's go.
Pardon me for asking, pardon me for thinking. All of me is asking, all of me is thinking. All of me is asking.
Till we get the last girl and the last guy. Keep catching, ladies. Keep catching, girls. Keep catching. Oh, Patrice, you didn't get it, huh? Round of applause. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. Let's go. Woo, Noel, that's right. Here we go, baby. Right on. She's telling you where it is. You just need to bite it. All right? That's all it takes. Oh, my goodness. Go, Noel. That's right. Check it out. No hands. That's what I'm telling you.
Dare to be brave, Noel and Kate. For during this period of our human evolution and development, the institution that is greatly troubled and constantly being threatened by a modernistic and materialistic society is none other than marriage and the life of the family. It is incumbent upon you, Noel and Kate, to live by the standard of the gospel that you have just listened to. You are the salt of the earth. You are the light of the world. But unless you be brave, by the gift of courage that comes and flows from the heart of our Lord, you would rather remain silent, especially when the standards of our faith and of your commitment to married life and family life is tested or being threatened. Man, you may now kiss Catwoman, your bride.
Love is patient and kind. Love is not jealous or conceited or proud. Love is not ill-mannered or selfish or irritable. Love does not keep a record of wrongs. Love is not happy with evil, but is happy with the truth. Love never gives up. Its faith, hope, and patience never fail. Love is eternal. There are inspired messages, but they are temporary. There are gifts of speaking in strange tongues, but they will cease. There is knowledge, but it will pass.
On behalf of my wife and my family, we're really proud to have your son being our son. And what can I say? I know you're so blessed really, because look what happened. Anything that happens here has all the reason.
The worst of nights, and I'll be waiting for a sign.
For our gifts of knowledge and of inspired messages are only partial. But when what is perfect comes, then what is partial will disappear. When I was a child, my speech, feeling, and thinking were those of a child. Now that I am an adult, I have no more use for childish ways. What we see now is like the dimming age in a mirror. Then, it will be complete as God's knowledge of me. Meanwhile, these three remain: faith, hope, and love. And the greatest of these is love.
I'll be with you in your dreams.
wear this ring as a symbol of my affection and loyalty.
and as a promise of my care, responsibility, and concern for you without end,
In the name of the Father,
and of the Son,
and of the Holy Spirit.
Mighty eternal God, look down with favor upon your servants Noel and Kate. Grant them to remain faithful to you and to one another. At the end of a long and well-spent life, reward them with eternal happiness, together with their children and with all those who love them. Through Christ our Lord. Amen.
And I'll be waiting for the light that guides us through the worst of nights. And I'll be waiting for a sign you're coming back.